A few days after Chocolate and Vanilla returned.
いにゃっしゃいませ。新しい鈴になったショコラがお出迎えいたします。ショコラ、鈴自体は変わってないから分かりづらいよ。にゃにゃ、言われてみれば。じゃあ新しくなったショコラがお出迎えいたします。ショコラはほんと愛すべき猫だね。ほんと愛してる。
She sure is.
こんないい天気の日にはジュレを使ったクレープフルーツケーキはいかがですか？さっぱりしててとっても美味しいですよ。だったらアールグレーとグレープフルーツのセパレートティーね。私が味見してるんだから間違いないわ。ココナッツ、お客様のお会計をお願いしてもいいかしら？任せてしぐれちゃん。昨日もあずきとお兄ちゃんに特訓してもらったからバッチリだよ。980円が2点と600円が3点と。申し訳ございませんお客様。少々お待ちくださいませ。まあそんな混んでねえし問題ねえだろ。ナッツにはまだまだ場数踏ませなきゃなんねえしな。
Yeah, I'd rather her take her time than make mistakes. At least for now. Chocolate and Vanilla. There's no and. Chocolate, Vanilla, and Chocolate are back now. Things around the cafe have gotten much calmer now that Coconut is making far fewer mistakes.
まあバカにはも手の抜き方覚えたみてえだし、このままいけば私が楽できそうで何よりだな。
She's still cracking the same jokes as usual, but I think she's grown a bit. Hey, why don't you help me out with this cake, Azuki?
あ？なんだよやぶから棒に。
It's just a suggestion. I figured that since we have more than enough help out front, that maybe you could give me a hand in the kitchen. We are split half in the front and half in the back, so I figured it'd be okay no matter what Vanilla says. Just thought it might be nice to have someone back here with me.
フロアリーダーの次はパティシエーラか？おめえはどこまで猫使いが荒いんだよ。
It's because you showed me how capable you can be during that incident recently. I kind of feel like I could put you in charge of the cake baking one day, Azuki. As the owner, I can't ignore such potential. I exaggerate the way I say that last line a bit. Azuki must think so too as she shrugs her shoulders in resignation.
私がめんどくせえって言ってもどうせ聞かねえんだろ。はあ、飼い猫のつれえとこだよな。マジ猫腹だわ。
You're the only one I can ask this of, Azuki. I'm sure you understand that, right? So, please. I bow my head earnestly. Azuki sighs in faint defeat. She scratches her head, annoyed, and nods slightly.
まあ歌唱には多少なりとも借りがあるしな。ただしあんま期待しすぎんじゃねえぞ。私がいくらハイスペックだっつっても所詮は猫なんだからな。仕事だっつうなら何でもやるけどできねえもんはできねえぞ。
I'll teach you everything you need to know. I'm sure you'll be fine. Brimming with confidence, I give her my approval. She looks away in embarrassment.
まあできる限りは頑張っけどよ。ただしちゃんと歩合はつけろよ。研修期間はいらねえけどただ働きはごめんだかんな。
Yeah, I get it. As long as the others are okay with it, there shouldn't be any problems, right?
きったねえ言い方しやがって。だったら歌唱が泣いて頼むくらいのもの見せてやんよ。
It's settled then. I'll be counting on you from now on, alright? I give Azuki a hearty pat on the back. I don't think I can reach her back from here, but... No, doesn't work.
なになに、お姉ちゃんもケーキ作るの？なんか流れでそんなことになっちまったわ。脳ある猫は爪を隠してたけど ハイスペックっぷりを見せちまったから仕方ねえ。あー、すごい。お姉ちゃんのケーキ楽しみだな。じゃあ僕ももっとお仕事したい。
I guess we don't see many customers until it gets a bit later into the evening. Alright, why don't you give us a hand then, Coconut? Who knows, maybe she has some sort of hidden potential in her. If things do happen to go well, having another set of hands wouldn't hurt either.
はい、頑張るのでよろしくお願いします。
And just like that, a new experiment began at La Soleil.
ダメだ。やっぱり僕はダメな猫だ。
I guess things won't work out after all.
まあ、予想の範囲内ってか、予想通りすぎて面白くもねえわな。
Coconut collapses before the grossly abstract shortcake. She was only supposed to frost the sponge cake with cream. How in the world did she manage this? I can't believe what I'm seeing.
違うんだよ。別にふざけてるわけじゃなくて。
You're not going to become a pro overnight, you know.
精神論でステータス上がったら苦労しねえよ。
I don't even know what to say.
お姉ちゃん、どうしようこれ。まあ捨てるのももったいねえし、私はこれで作り直すわ。
If you think you can, Azuki. Is it even salvageable at this point? All I can do is sit back and watch. Whoa!
こんなもんか。
She's pretty good at this, huh? I mean, that's amazing! She actually rescued it from the depths of the pastry underworld. I knew she was good, but this is like beyond good. She already knows more about decorating cakes than I do. Azuki, just where did you learn to decorate cakes like this?
こないだ歌唱に勉強させてもらったの？レストランで。この店にはあんま向かねえかもしれねえけど。
No, I'm just really surprised that you can make something like this. Did she really learn all this by just looking at the cakes at the restaurant? This cat girl is really something else. She could definitely become a pastry chef. Yeah, this is gonna be great.
あずき、やっぱり僕なんかじゃ相手にならないね。こんなところでも僕のフォローをしてもらってばっかりで。
Coconut's shoulders tremble as she lays her face down on the counter. Crap, I didn't think she'd give up so easily. At this rate, she's going to lose all of her confidence. A coconut? It's just one botched sponge cake. It's not that big of a deal, right? Right?
お姉ちゃん。
The-
さすがは僕のお姉ちゃん。かっこいいな。もうほんとかっこいい。お姉ちゃんありがとう。ぐるぐるぐる。やめろ。持ち上げんな。振り回すな。照れることないじゃないか。姉妹なんだから。キャラ変わりすぎだろおい。勝手にゴロゴロすんな。
She wasn't giving up, she was just incredibly happy. Happy enough to swing Azuki around like a helicopter. She skillfully spins Azuki around in the narrow kitchen. She's got some really solid coordination, doesn't she? I stare at the pair, smiling.
なんだかんだ言いながら尻尾立てちゃうお姉ちゃん大好きだな。ツンデレって思ったらすごい可愛いお姉ちゃんだ。そんな安っぽいカテゴライズするんじゃねえ。私はもっと。
The important thing is that you two are getting along, I guess. As I stare at the almost sickeningly sweet display, I decided that taking a picture of the cake Azuki decorated would be a good idea. Well, for now, why don't we try baking some sponge cake? Sponge cake is the basis for everything after all.
僕にはまだケーキ作りは早いから横で見学してるね。 お姉ちゃん頑張って僕の分まで。うるせえな、そんな気張るもんじゃねえだろうが。
Coconut has become Azuki's biggest fan. I don't think she would have gotten this far if she hadn't tried to push herself. Though I find this Coconut absolutely adorable. I'm sure Azuki likes her better now as well. Anyway, I suppose it's time we got started. Mixing is a fundamental part of baking. It's a very important step.
混ぜる？そんなもん夏だってできるぞ最近は。お姉ちゃんに褒められちゃった。
I don't think that was much of a compliment. I guess what's most important is how you mix it, really. The taste can change depending on how you do things. Watch me. First, you crack the egg and separate the yolk. Next, add some heat, but be careful so that you don't overcook it. Then mix in the sugar and stir it quickly to make sure it doesn't clump up. When the yolk becomes smooth, you can start using the egg beater. What's wrong, Coconut?
いやお兄ちゃんかっこいいなって。説明しながら手際よくパパパーってやっちゃってすっごくかっこいい。
It's not that hard, though.
すっごいかっこいいよ。僕惚れ直しちゃう。
I'm happy that you're enjoying watching me, but this really isn't that hard. But the fact that she's getting excited about it does make me a little happy. I wonder if Azuki feels the same.
おめえはどこ見てんだよ。見学でもちゃんと集中しろ、集中。そうだよね。よし、僕集中するよ。集中。
She stares intensely, watching my hands. Okay, I'm gonna go on to the next step now. When whipping it, you have to do it thoroughly until it becomes firm and fluffy. Whatever. Coconut did say she wasn't ready to make her own cake yet. And Azuki doesn't seem like she's going to say anything to her either. For now, I'll speed things up a bit for Azuki's sake. Next, we bake it in the oven. I'll show you how to check the temperature in a bit once we put it in the oven. Alright, now why don't you give it a shot, Azuki?
了解。ちょっとやってみっかな。
Azuki and I switch places.
じゃあまずは卵だよな。歌唱がやってたのはこんな感じだったか。
She holds the egg in one hand and prepares to smash it. Ah, wait, hold on a sec.
あ、今の何かまずかったか？
No, that's not what I meant, just. Can I get behind you for a sec?
後ろ？
I step behind Azuki as if to hug her, and extend my arms in front of her. I put my hands atop Azuki's. You see, my hands are a lot bigger than yours. But you still don't have to try to break the egg with only one hand. This is your first time. We don't have to rush through things. Accuracy is what matters.
おう、なるほど。丁寧にな。
It's easy to crack an egg using a flat surface.
おう、それは知ってる。こうだよな。
Oh, just relax a little more. We are not trying to smash it.
そうだな。確かに。リラックス。落ち着け私。
Yeah, just like that. If you stick both your thumbs into the crack, you can pull it apart nicely.
両手の親指で開くみたいに。こうか？
With a satisfying crack, the contents of the egg plop into the bowl. Great, nicely done. I knew you'd have no trouble with this, Azuki.
別に褒められるようなことをしてねえし、卵割った程度で褒められるとかガキじゃねえんだからよ。
Despite that, she's blushing happily. Normally, she'd be a lot more rebellious. But she's stuttering a lot and being strangely obedient today. Strangely honest, too.
お姉ちゃんどうしたの？なんかやたら顔真っ赤だけど。あ、もしかしてお兄ちゃんに褒めてもらって照れてるの？照れてねえよ。何適当なこと言ってんだ。その箇所が張り付いてるからち ちょっと熱いだけだし。
珍しいね、お姉ちゃんが褒められて照れるなんて。普段なら当たり前だろ。私を誰だと思ってんだ。とか言っちゃうくせに。
Yeah, that sounds like her. Doing imitations must be one of Coconut's hidden talents. Or maybe she's just been around Azuki that much.
私だって時と場合によっては緊張くらいするわ。
Oh really? I guess making cakes makes you pretty tense then, huh, Azuki? I always figured you were the kind to keep your cool no matter what you did, but I guess I was wrong. She had seemed so calm in that expensive restaurant. She always seemed so confident too.
いやまあ別にケーキ作りで緊張してるわけじゃねえけど。
Well, if it's not the baking, then it must be something else here.
何にってそれは。
な
じあずにゃん、まるでご主人様がご主人様みたいだね。あずき、乙女猫の顔してた。ちげえし、乙女とかマジでちげえし。それならココナッツの方が歌唱にデレデレしてしマジだし、そういう勘違いやめてくださいますか。いやほんとマジで。
僕のご主人様はしぐれちゃんだけど、でもお兄ちゃんもご主人様みたいにも思ってるよ。
ココちゃんもご主人様にメロメロにゃー。ご主人マジエロパティシエ。ほんと引っ掛けまくり。猫と見れば見境ないから。
Stop saying things like that. You'll give people the wrong idea. I pinch Vanilla's cheeks as she puffs them out.
でもみんなご主人様の恋猫になったら楽しそうですにゃー。他ならぬ姉上たちならば悪くないやん。はあ、ちょっとケーキ作らせたくらいで私を落とした気になってんじゃねえぞ。
お兄ちゃんはそもそもショコラとバニラの恋人だし。
それだそれ、妹たちの男寝取るほど飢えてねえし。
They are not talking about stealing. They were talking about sharing. Cut it out, you guys. This discussion is over. Come on now.
にゃにゃ、別にアホなことなんて言ってにゃいですよ。私たちは一途だけど、そもそも猫の愛は自由気まま。そうそう、知らない猫ちゃんとかは嫌ですけど、みんなならいいよね。好きな人飼てる好きな猫イコール幸せがいっぱいにゃー。ご主人ハーレム、ほんとエロスケ、つきもの、猫たらし。
Alright. Calm down. A pet.
コロコロコロコロコロコロコロコロコロコロコロ。
Jeez, just what in the world are you two saying? Coconut, Azuki, say something to them. You are the older sisters.
そうだな、姉としてな。ほらナツ、姉として説教してやれ。
そこで僕、お姉ちゃんの方がお姉ちゃんじゃない。
じゃあワズニャンとココちゃんはご主人様とラブラブするのは嫌にゃ。
いや別に嫌ってわけじゃないけど。
嫌ってわけじゃねえけど。
Oh. You guys aren't very convincing. Though I'm not even sure how I'd respond to that question myself. Azuki and Coconut are both adorable. Each one has her own charms, but... There's no but.
ほらほら聞きましたかご主人様。猫は多彩でも気にしない。
Awesome.
ちゃんと平等に愛してくれれば。だからちげえし、だから何度も言ってるけどちげえし、そのとにかくちげえし。そんなこと言っても尻尾は正直にゃ。
Azuki has a boner.
それもちげえし、ほんと違うっつってんだろ。 コナツ、ここがドキドキしてる？
胸触っちゃダメだってば。僕はシナモンじゃないんだから。
いいやないか、ええやないか。減るもんでもなしに。私もショコラも控えめだから憧れがないこともない。
There's no reason for you to be jealous.
こら、そんなわしづかみにしないの。バニラってば。
I guess we are done for the day, huh? There's nothing I can do to stop them now. I put the sponge cake batter Azuki and I had made into the refrigerator. We're going to start getting busier and busier, so get back to work, you guys. That's about the best I can do. I just surrender myself to the current.
猫パラ